Hi Techie guys, I'm Nandkishore Swami, and in this tutorial we would be learning about automating a Windows application using .NET. So as a part of RPA with .NET series. So let's get started. Open up your Visual Studio, and then the application that we will be automating, which is a CRM application that's installed on my desktop. And the DLL, to automate that application we would need a third-party DLL, and the DLL we're going to use is Auto8. So the first thing, you need to register this DLL on your system, and if you're not sure how to register, then you can watch my previous video. Then go to the file, new, and hit project. Give a meaningful name, and the project we would be using is under Visual Basic, since we are using Visual Basic .NET technology for this particular tutorial. And under the Windows, I'm just using console application. You can use any of these, or you can also use C# or any other language that you are more comfortable with. So let's a meaningful name, Windows or Win App Automation. Hit OK. So once you have your project ready, just double click on my project, or go to the property, or go to right click and references to add the Auto8 reference. So hit browse, select your Auto8 DLL, hit OK. This will add the reference. Once the reference is added, we need to make some changes in the property window. So we don't need to register this third-party DLL on the client machine. So, and the changes that we need to make is isolate to true, embedded interrupt types equal to false, and the copy local to true. This will make sure we don't need to register this DLL on the client machine where we deploy our solution. Then the next thing is import Auto8, and the next one is create an instance of Auto8 DLL. So let's give a meaningful name, Auto8, as Auto8 equals to new instance. So once you have instance, then we need to, first thing is run, and to run we would need a path for this CRM application. So just double click, and to get the path you can certainly go to your task manager, select the application, right click, go to open file location, and copy the path. Once you copy, you can certainly close the folder, close your task manager, go back to your code, run. In the run, supply the complete path of your application with .exe or your whatever the dot is, crm.exe. Then if there is any control present on this application, or you can keep it as by default blank, and then what state you want to have it open. It should be the visible or hidden. So to make it visible, we need to supply it as a 10, and the by default is 13, which will hide the application, and the application would run in hide mode. Since we want to have it in visible mode, so I'll keep it as visible. So the next thing, we will supply the credential on this application. So to supply the credential, we would need a supporting Auto8 exe to grab the controls. So the first control that we would need is user ID. Alright, and if you go to the control tab, we would need advanced mode, this name text credential control, and this is not editable here. So if we go to the summary tab at the end, then we can certainly copy from. Go to the advanced and just select it and copy, minimize, go back to your code, type my Auto8 dot set text, and that could be set to a control. So to set to a control, the first parameter is title, window title. What is the application's name while it is running in the on the system? So the application name is login. If you see on the top, the window title is login. So make it login. Second one, if any control present on that application, we can again keep it as by default to blank. Then the control to set the text. This is the control, and the text that we want to set, and the text is admin. So this is what we want to set. And before we set the text, we also need to make sure our application is opened up properly. And to make sure the application is opened up properly, we need to wait. So wait until this login window appears. Once it is appear, we're going to set the user ID to admin. Then we will set to password, and to set the password we need the control for password window or password text box. So again, just drag and drop, go back to the advanced, copy the control, paste it in your code. Then we need to click on the login button. So go back to application again, just drag and drop, and again locate your advanced, just copy, and my dot click, control click. So again we need to supply the same things. First title, then any control text, then the control where we need to click on. So here is the control, and by default it's gonna click mouse left button, and the number of time is only 1. So the same thing we need, so we can keep it as a default and just move on to the next one. So let's see, if we enter our credential, and hit login. So once we are in, we're gonna click on the user one. So to click on the user one, we need the user one control. So again, certainly just drag and drop, there we go, and again locate your advanced, and this time the window title changes, so we're gonna also copy the window title and my auto it. First thing, we again need to wait for that window appears. So this is the window title, this will wait until it appears, then dot click, window title, any control, keep it blank. What control we need to click on? So again go back, just create your control, and this is the control we need to click, copy, type the control. So by default it is gonna click the left button, so that's okay, so we can keep it as left. Number of time 1, and this time we're gonna pass the X and Y parameter too, because we need to click on user 1, not on anywhere of that any other location of the same bar. So the X, okay, I missed something here. So X and Y parameter, that is, if you go back, locate your XY parameter, which is under the control, click, it's 7621. Check it again. 7521. So just make it $521. Once you click on, just wait for a certain time. Or grab the value from the name field. So again, to grab, you need the same exe, just drag and drop on the name, and same, we need the control value, which is under advanced. Copy, so we can set another string variable, client name as string equals to my it dot get text of an control. So the title name is CRM dash open span, then any text present on that window you can keep it blank, and then control to grab the text. And the last thing is message box, or you can write it on the console window. It's client name, you can show at the end in a message box, or you can write it on the client console. So console dot write line in your client name. So this is how we can open up a Windows application which is installed on a system, then set the task, set the text on certain controls, then click on a button, you move to the next screen, grab the control values and show it in a message box or a console window. So let's run and see it in actions. Hit F11 to run it step by step, or you can hit F5 to run it in one go. First thing, it will create the instance of your third-party DLL, which is Auto-it. Then it will run it, and there we go. So I'm going to just move it to the right side so we can see what is happening. So it will wait for this window. Window is already appeared. Now it's going to set the user ID to admin. There we go. Then the password, and it will click on the login button. So once it clicks, another window pops up, which is here. I'm gonna again drag it to the right side. Wait. Click on user 1, then grab the text, write it into the console, and show it in a message box. There we go. There we go. The same value is in message box, and if you check out in the console, that also presents. So that's it in this tutorial, and this is how we can automate any Windows application using AutoAid DLL with .NET. Thanks for watching. See you in next tutorial.